Well, hello there, and good evening, YouTube. I'm William Brantley, reporting live from Bemis, Tennessee, or South Jackson, Tennessee. Today's climate summary, and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. Turned out to be an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous day today. A bonus day is what I like calling it, because the high got higher than expected, and I'll take those anytime. Even the groundhog, I've heard I forgot the name of it, something Phil up there. The groundhog didn't see a shadow, and I think he's predicting early spring. I'm not for sure I would want to go along with that altogether just yet, with us being in the middle of winter. But it'd be nice if we had some springtime temperatures for a little bit. But the 15-day outlook is calling for temperatures to be in the mid-60s to near 70 through about midweek or so, and then cool off a little bit toward next weekend, but not as cold as we had last weekend. So I guess it's some clue as to a touch of spring, even though it's really almost around the 20th of March when it officially gets started, which is almost, well, a little over a month away. Roughly 6 weeks, which is what the groundhog said. Well, I'm not the groundhog, of course, but I used to have a nickname by that by an old radio friend of mine, but I'm not going to get into all that. As far as the climate summary goes, today's low temperature was 36 degrees. And today's high, get this, 72 degrees. Whew. All right. And only supposed to hit about 65 and winded up being 72 degrees. Hey, we had the 70s today with beautiful sunshine. Yeah, hey, hallelujah. Finally had a gorgeous day. Compared to about this time last week, we were talking about temperatures of possibly getting down to near 16 degrees. And one of those mornings it did hit about 17 a few days ago and all. But anyways, today made it up to 72. How about that? No rainfall, of course, today since midnight. February 2nd turned out to be a very beautiful day. The highest wind gust today was 16 miles per hour out of the west at 10:44 a.m. The lowest humidity was 39%, and that was at 2 and 3 p.m., while the highest was 97%, and that occurred at 3, 5, and 7 a.m. The lowest barometric pressure was 30.11 at 4 and 5 p.m., while the highest was 30.26 at 12 a.m. The records, I knew something I was overlooking. Records for February 2nd. You know what? We came within 1 degree of the record hottest high today. 73 degrees is the record hottest high for February the 2nd. And that happened in 1974. 73 degrees. Today's high was 72 degrees. My goodness, just 1 degree from it. Boy, talking about super warm. I'll take these days anytime. The coldest high would be 21 degrees back in 1951. Warmest low would be 58 degrees back in 1986. While the coldest low would be 12 below zero, my goodness, minus 12 in 1951. And that minus 12, by the way, is the second coldest temperature on record for Jackson, Tennessee, since the airport's been keeping records since 1948 for the airport, and 1994 for here in Bemis. And, okay, the rainfall record for today would be 1.98 inches, and that was back in 2014 when that happened. And the snowfall record, yep, we had a little snow today, excuse me, back in 2007. We had 3 inches of snow today. But that happened back in 2007, not today, of course. We had 3 inches of sunshine, if I can maybe put it that way in my rain gauge today. I may say so. A little joke on the side about the sunshine. That's the basic climate summary for the evening. Let me show you a few graph items, and that'll be it for the evening, I guess. The radar looks clear of any precipitation, nothing going on, and none's expected for the next few hours at least. I even got it on where you see the satellite a little bit. Middle Tennessee is clear, West Tennessee is clear precip, so there are also a few clouds trying to come up from Mississippi that's going to cause us to go partly cloudy not too long from now, and be fair for the remainder of tonight on into tomorrow. Let me get the camera steady here so you can see it better, and let me branch it out some too, get a wider view. I think we'll go fairly wide on this one too. There, the whole state is in there now. Nothing in hardly a cloud in the state except for down toward Memphis and down in Mississippi, and maybe a few little light showers down in southern Arkansas. That's not going to affect us. They're going to be moving into northern Mississippi as the night wears on. And let's see, a slightly wider view shows the clouds south of us and some in Arkansas and Mississippi, but they're kind of moving northeast, so it'll be partly cloudy here before too long, and some rain off of the coast of the Carolinas out in the Atlantic Ocean, as you can see. No effect of our weather. Still a little bit of rain down there in parts of Georgia, but that's not going to affect us either. Nothing headed directly toward us at the moment, and nothing to the north of us either. It's pretty clear up to the north of us as well, as you can see here. Maybe a few clouds way up in Pennsylvania, and that's moving east. And that's it. Otherwise, the skies are fairly clear, which is good news. Alright, that's the satellite and radar combo. Let me look at satellite only for a moment. There's those clouds that we just saw south of Jackson, and they're moving through Jackson now, passing through Jackson, and they're a little thicker down in Mississippi, but they're going to thin out as they move on up and into West Tennessee, and not be too bad of an evening. Otherwise, fairly clear across the state for the most part, and that's going to continue, like I mentioned. Also broken up over in Arkansas, so it won't be solid. Several breaks down in Mississippi too, so it will be more or less partly cloudy. If it does go cloudy, it'll be mostly cloudy for maybe an hour or two, and then it'll go back to fair skies. And it just stopped. How ironic that happened. Alright, let's see if I can get it going again. There it goes. The next one would be the national forecast maps. Here's the weather map as of tonight, according to the Weather Service, as of about 3 o'clock. No, that's tomorrow morning's forecast. Let me get the right one here. Let's see. It'd be as of 2:41, 2:45 roughly. The way the map looked like this evening. Let me see if I can get this to where you can see it pretty good. My wires won't hang up on me for some reason. It wants to keep turning everywhere but where I want it to go. Doesn't that sound right sometimes? Let me branch it out a little bit. That way you can see the whole map better. And there's really not a whole lot of precipitation expected, except down south of us. Could be scattered showers south of us, and a little to the north of us too. An area of freezing rain up in around the Great Lakes area. Snow north of that in Canada. And notice the cold weather has moved back up into Canada. No offense, they can have it. And then scattered rain showers out in snow in the mountains of the west, of course. And still some flooding rain out in the California area along the coastline. Speaking of that, let me go back to the radar real quick and move it over to that area and see just how widespread that is. Let me see. Well, that's not as bad as it was yesterday. It looks like Southern California is getting some pretty good rain, and parts of California, but not all of California, and a little snow in east of Sacramento out there, and some scattered around, and there you see Montana and Utah and Nevada scattered around out there. It's not really solid. That's good news. All right, let's go back to the map again. That explains this little area over here in the red for flooding possible. That's way out west though. Here we're in good shape. It probably will be for the next 2 or 3 days. Tomorrow morning's weather map looks like this. Around what time was that? Around 4:20 roughly, before daybreak, of course. Rain's possible to our south, but not really here in Jackson, as you can see. And a long front there stretching across the country. A little snow way up toward Canada, and some more out west. Still a little flood threat out down there toward San Diego, Los Angeles, and that area, and all. But that's only part of California that may have a flood threat. Of course, there's some snow along the mountains there in eastern California, and some more in the western part of the country, in Colorado and some of those states that usually does get a little snow in the mountains. Again, that's tomorrow morning's forecast map. Let me come out again. Then look at one more, Monday morning's forecast map, and that might have been Monday morning. No, that's Monday morning. Alright, I gave you Sunday morning a little early, I think. Here's Monday morning. I'll get it straight here in a minute. Monday morning's forecast map has freezing rain stretching from Wisconsin all the way up to southeast Canada. That's a long stretch way up there. But it's, at least it looks like it's out of the U.S. though, except for maybe northern Maine. But other than that, you see the rest of the country. A good stretch of snow in southern Canada from east to west, and what you see what's going on out west, and so on. Again, that's for Monday morning. Alright, now let's take a look at the local forecast right here in Jackson, West Tennessee for the next couple of days. It should turn out to be okay. You'll have to put up with a few clouds from time to time. We've got to put up a few of them tonight even, but the good weather's already past us for the night. It's actually going to be kind of a pleasant evening. Fair skies for the remainder of tonight and tomorrow until about noon, and then it's going to become mostly cloudy, probably, till about sunset tomorrow night, and then become fair once again. They'll be almost very cloudy in a sense, but it's going to last for a few hours when it happens, but not all day though necessarily. Tomorrow morning's low should be near 44 degrees, which is nice, well above freezing. Tomorrow's high, I'm saying 65 right now, but I'm not going to rule out a possibility of another 70 tomorrow. That would be cool with me. With south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The sun will be rising tomorrow morning at 6:53 a.m., set at 5:25 p.m. The moon will be rising at 6:11 a.m. tomorrow morning and be setting at 4:27 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. And on into Monday, mostly cloudy skies will continue with a 40% chance of some rain. We'll get some sunshine when it's mostly cloudy, but not a lot. More clouds than sun, of course. With a small chance, like I said, a 40% chance of rain. Low of 54. The lows are getting warmer. How about that? High about 66, possibly near 70 again, with south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tuesday is the best chance for rain at this point. Tuesday and Wednesday. Mostly cloudy both days, of course, but there is a chance, 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms by Tuesday night. So most of the day, Tuesday itself will be okay. A low near 54 and a high of 64 on Tuesday with northeast winds of 10 to 20 miles per hour. So mainly Tuesday night on into Wednesday, 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday mostly cloudy, with the low near 58 and a high of 69, probably 70. With south winds of 10 to 20 miles per hour. And after that, we got one more warm day coming up on Thursday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain, increasing to 80% by Thursday night, with the low of 64 and a high of 71. Maybe it hit 72 or 73. Maybe we'll get lucky one more time. Who knows? Then winds will be out of the south at 15 to 25 miles per hour. A little windy on that day, on Thursday. Then it starts cooling off a little bit, but not dramatically. For example, 50% chance of rain again on Friday, low of 35 and a high of 44. 44 beats 24 or 34, I have to admit, but 44 is maybe bearable. And then on Saturday, it's going to be clear out next Saturday with the low of 30 and a high of 46, with northeast winds about 10 to 20. But even 30 degrees, even though it's below freezing, it's still better than, say, 16 or 24 or something like that. So that's the indication of cooling off, but not being dramatically cold, though. Alright, that'd be far enough for tonight. I'll go ahead and give you Sunday of next weekend. Mostly cloudy, 36 for a low and 53 for a high. So that's really not too terrible either. So we're going to have highs mainly in the mid to upper 60s from now all the way through Thursday, when it may actually hit 71 or higher, and it might even hit 70 or 71 for the next 2 or 3 days, kind of like it did today, depending on how much sunshine we get. But alright, that's pretty much it for this evening. One more time, it'll be fair skies tonight and tomorrow until at least noon, then mostly cloudy till sunset, then back to fair, low of 44, high of 65 tomorrow. Well, I think that'd be it for tonight. I thank you for watching and viewing and subscribing. I hope you have a great Saturday night and a fantastic Sunday tomorrow. All right, well, good night, and hope to talk to you again real soon. Good night, and God bless.